15. Cash up front.
Deal.
Anora is a brand new film from director Sean Baker starring Mikey Madison and Mark Eidelshtei. And honestly, after seeing all the praise that this film got coming out of Cannes Film Festival and also seeing that it won the Palme d'Or, which is like the most prestigious award, it basically means it's the best film at the festival, I really was just curious to see if it lived up to the hype and if Mikey Madison turned in as good of a performance as everybody's been saying. And woo, baby! This freaking movie, man, there is a lot to talk about. So let's get going. That's right, this is going to be my spoiler-free review of Anora, so make sure you smash like, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get into it. So, Anora. If you're unfamiliar, the synopsis reads, Anora, a sex worker from Brooklyn, gets her chance at a Cinderella story when she meets and marries the son of an oligarch. Once the news reaches Russia, her fairy tale is threatened as the parents set out for New York to get the marriage annulled. And when you read it like that, like, it does sound simple. I would say that it is that simple, but when you're in the thick of this movie, it feels like so much more. And a lot of that is purely due to the direction. Sean Baker has this way of really getting up close and personal with his dialogue. He'll place you right in the middle of a situation and then he'll just let it breathe. We're not chopping from set piece to set piece here. This is a story that you're gonna have to live in for a while, so you have to accept that. And you also have to accept that it's gonna take you very high and it's also gonna drop you very low. But I had the opportunity to see an early screening of this film at Fantastic Fest here in Austin, Texas, and when walking out of the theater, I truly was just emotionally floored. Sean Baker very cleverly pulls together humor and realism. If you've seen his films like Red Rocket or Tangerine, it's familiar to that, but overall, just as a feeling, I'd compare it to like My Big Fat Greek Wedding mixed with Pretty Woman mixed with like Good Will Hunting or something. I would say it's situationally funny. Like there's this gang of characters that's sort of introduced a little while into the film, and all of a sudden they just take the thing over, and there's so much quippy little dialogue that you're just forced to be witnessing, and you're going on this insane journey around New York City with a constant stream of just unexpected events, and it can get a little bit hard to focus, but the thing that is holding you center, holding you steady is Anora. She's the centerpiece of this film, and watching it from her perspective is how things evolve. The movie places you in her head, and so you're feeling what she's feeling, and the way that things appear to her or how they appear to you. And honestly, this is probably a good time just to talk about Mikey Madison. Casual shout out to a member of the Ghostface family, BTW, but that's all I had seen her in. And so when I saw this trailer and I heard about this movie and I heard about all the praise that it was getting, I don't know why. I only knew her as Ghostface, you know what I mean? And so seeing that she was in this critically acclaimed film and she had this amazing performance, I don't know why, I couldn't really picture it. But then I saw it, and she does deliver one of the best performances of the year, 100%. I think I can confidently say that after this thing is released, she's gonna shoot to the top of the noms list for Best Actress. I mean, I seriously think she could win because she's unreal. She goes all out in this film. You can tell that she put everything into this role, and because of that, you really care about her, and she kind of stresses you the hell out. Again, the best word to use for this movie is just realism. Like, things get really real with this character. They place you right into her life, like zeroing in on her job as a sex worker. And I feel like that's an interesting yet scary thing to try and approach, but instead of making it look any type of way or trying to force any sort of perspective, they just show you it all. The good and the bad, and that's why I like Sean Baker so much, because it's like somebody just placed a camera in a room of something that's actually happening. And you get to watch her just going on this journey and watching how she carries herself while also seeing that she's just a young girl who's trying to figure it all out. It's really powerful. I'd also say the other characters and the other leads in this film are great as well. You have Mark Eidelshtei. I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly. I totally might be. But he plays young Ivan, a young wealthy Russian guy who Anora kind of becomes involved with. And as young as this kid is, he freaking kills it. He carries the wealth so well. That's something that I took from it. I just found it interesting that they're able to somehow make it so you take one look at him and you're like, dang, that dude has money. And it's not the flashy things that he's wearing or something like that. It's literally just an essence that they're able to capture. There's also a character named Igor who has a little bit bit to do in this film, and I feel like Baker got so much out of him. He got so much out of everybody. There's so much attention to detail, attention to location, and attention to dialogue. It's hard not to call this a perfect film. It really is. The score is wonderful coming from Keith Joseph Anderson. Bro, it's so good. I really think I could talk all day about how much I love this film. I mean, if I really had to draw any sort of a negative from it, I would just say that it felt a hair too long. There are a couple scenes in the second half of this film that just drag a little bit, and you feel like you could have probably shaved, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes from that. I feel like that would have been perfect, but that's just a small nitpick, bro. Like, this is a really, really solid film. Go check it out when you can. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff from Sean Baker here and Mikey Madison. I hope that they get all the praise in the world for this. Obviously, they already have with Con, but when general audiences get to see it, I hope people enjoy it like I did. It was a great time. But I always got to give my Jones Vibe star rating, and my friends, I'm giving Anora 4.5 out of 5 stars. No doubt. But are you excited to see Anora? What do you think about all the praise that it's getting? Also, do you like Sean Baker as a director? Do you like Mikey Madison? Please feel free to leave any and all opinions down below in the comments section. I'd very much appreciate it. Also, my friends, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're new here. Keep up the good vibes, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!